The deadline for signing a moratorium on the collection of promissory notes issued by Agrokor ends today. Agrokor's government-appointed Special Commissioner Ante Ramljak forwarded the document to suppliers and banks in the hope that all of them would forego any legal action to initiate the forced collection of these promissory notes until at least the end of May. Today is also the deadline by which the Emergency Commissioner's team must select a consulting company for Agrokor's restructuring. Commenting on the work of Agrokor Special Commissioner at yesterday's cabinet session, Prime Minister Andrej Plenković said that he was pleased with his first steps, noting that he had reached agreements with suppliers and creditors while workers had received their salaries. He also noted that the concern was slowly beginning to generate revenues. Meanwhile, Russian media are reporting that Agrokor owes Russian banks some €1.3 billion, of which $1 billion to Russia's state-owned Sberbank alone. In response to the long delays at border crossings with Slovenia, Prime Minister Andrej Plenković said yesterday that Croatia would make use of all legal, institutional, and political tools available to it in resolving the issue. President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović also sent a letter to EU leaders questioning Slovenia's application of the most stringent protocols outlined in the recent EU directive regarding border controls at Schengen's external borders. Slovene Foreign Minister Karl Erjavec has responded that Slovenia has an obligation to implement the EU directive and rejected assessments that it was applying the systematic and not targeted controls in response to Croatia's withdrawal from the two countries' border arbitration. The opposition SDP yesterday submitted a request for a vote of no confidence in Finance Minister Zdravko Marić. They claim that Marić is in conflict of interest regarding his close ties to the Agrokor company, where he previously worked in upper management. They also cite the fact that in 2010, when he was the chair of the Croatian Postal Bank Supervisory Board, he had received a preferred loan from the bank, despite the fact that he was not eligible for that kind of status with the bank, which is reserved for bank employees. Parliament is expected to vote on the issue within the next 30 days. In international news, one policeman has been killed and another two injured in Paris after a gunman stopped by a police patrol last night and opened fire. The gunman was killed by other officers on the scene. An investigation is underway. Media are reporting that the so-called Islamic State has claimed responsibility for the attack. France will hold its presidential elections on Sunday. Taking a quick look at sports, in cycling, Italian Nicola Ruffoni won the third stage of the annual Tour of Croatia from Imotski to Zadar yesterday. Croatia's Kristijan Jurasic continues to lead in the overall standings. The 171-kilometer fourth stage will be held today from Crikvenica to Umag. In tennis, Marin Cilic is through to the quarterfinals of the ATP tournament underway in Monaco after beating Tomáš Berdych of the Czech Republic 6-2, 7-6 yesterday. He will play Spaniard Albert Ramos Vignolas for a place in the semifinals. And now the forecast for today. Predominantly sunny with periods of increased cloud cover in the east. There will be a moderate to strong northeasterly on the coast, reaching gale-force gusts in places. Later in the evening, winds will die down and turn to a northwesterly. Highs will be between 10 to 16 degrees Celsius. The three-day forecast for the interior calls for warmer and relatively sunny weather on Saturday with some rain in the north and east of the country. Sunday will see passing cloud cover with intermittent rain. Warmer and more stable weather at the beginning of next week. The coast will see predominantly sunny and warmer weather. However, there is a chance of some light rain on Sunday and Monday.